So I don't have a job anymore. So my recruiter contacted me. It's Saturday right now. It's like, can I talk to you? And I knew, well, this wasn't, my recruiter didn't contact me. It was just someone from my job, for my company, contacted me. Can I talk to you? I knew for her to have to ask me, can I talk to you? I knew it was going to be something bad. But of course I was like, yeah, you can talk to me. She called me and she was like, my assignment is over with my job and starting Monday. So starting Monday, I don't have a job. So you know what? I'm gonna go to the park over here, actually. So that is just very lovely. It's not that this came out of the blue. It's not like this was a huge surprise. I actually was preparing for this and I was aware of this. I just didn't know when the end date was going to be. And I think that's the biggest thing that always made me feel like anxious. Like, when are they going to say, you know, when is this time going to come? And I thought it was going to come at the end of March, which would have probably been a little bit better, oh God, in terms of like having time to save and all this stuff, but I'll talk about that in a second. But it's the beginning, very beginning of March. It's literally March the 1st, and you know, this is happening. So I'm not like extremely devastated. And then she was like, you have to turn in your equipment. So like my computer, my work computer, the keyboard, everything, I gotta return all of that. She was like, yeah, you're gonna have to return all that stuff. Now, okay, here's a good thing. The good thing is, at least I will, at least, she said my recruiter, my original recruiter who contacted me to get this job, she said she's going to get in contact with me and we can assign me to have another job. So I do want that to happen. I do feel hopeful that I will be able to have another job. And that's why, at least right now, I'm not really freaking out about this, because I do feel that I'll be able to get another job. I specifically want a work from home job, another data entry job. This job that I had was like a dream. Like, this job was the best job I ever had. It was my first big girl job. It was my first good job. See, a lot of people, when they have jobs, which I can relate to this, but a lot of people complain about their jobs and like they just hate their jobs and they talk about how they want to quit like every other day. And I was just like, when it came to this job, I was just like, can't relate, because I love my job now. Like, I actually really love what I do now. I love my job now. So I don't know. It really changes something inside of you when you actually have a good job. Like, so it's just the fact that I'm still kind of getting over my sickness. I guess I'm thinking a lot of different things, right? You know, of course I'm feeling a little bit like devastated, because that's all I know is just working, you know, like go to church tomorrow and start my work week on Monday and get paid every Thursday night, and I'm used to the money that I make, and I don't know when I will secure another job. You know, I want to hold on to that piece of hope that my recruiter will help me get another one. And the company should know that I am a good worker. It's not like I was fired or anything like that, you know. So they know, I've stayed the entire time. I never quit. I never hardly took any days off. I literally took like 2 days off in a span of 6 months. So I'm a really good worker. I gave it my best. And this was my first good job. This was my first big girl job. This was my first job that I actually really, really liked. And when you work a job you actually really like, it hits different. When you get paid decently, it hits different. And you're like, I actually don't want to lose this job. I actually really love this job. I get it. Like, when adulting is having a really good job and just being like, actually, I want to stay here. But the reality is, I knew it was coming to an end. I did. I just didn't know it was going to be now. But maybe it's a good thing that I was caught off guard and surprised, because if I knew that my assignment was going to be over March 1st, I probably would have been freaking out even more. I probably would have been just trying my best to try to do something else or get another job or something. And I have been passively trying to apply to other jobs and getting other jobs, and we know that the job market is really hard. It's very hard to get jobs these days, and so I have tried, and only jobs I want to contact you are scams. And so I was thinking, like, a backup plan is like, if my contract job helps me get another job, then I could be something. So here we are. There's a few positives. I've been looking forward to having a break so much, so bad. I've been looking forward to having a break. And with it being the beginning of March, it is nice outside. It's finally nice where you don't want to be cooped up in the house anyway. Like, I kind of just want to spend my free time going out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this job has been wonderful. This job helped me buy this car. This job has bought me filled my closet with clothes, filled my closet with shoes. I've been able to buy purses. I've been able to do so much because of this job. And I do really appreciate this job. It has it has really spoiled me. This job has spoiled me like a baby. As I deserve to be. I deserve to be spoiled anyway. But that's how I feel. I feel taken care of. I feel spoiled like a baby. I feel so just taken care of. But yeah, I look forward to having time off a little bit. I don't know how long I'll, have time. I would not refuse if they found me another job like by Tuesday. I would be ready to start. Trust me, I get it. But on the flip side, it would be nice to have a little break for like maybe 1 to 2 to 3. Like, when you first lose a job, you're kind of chilling, and you're kind of like, thank God anyway. You're low-key like, that's cool anyway. I'm gonna just be chilling. But see, to regular unemployed people who just completely are unemployed and they're just trying to find another job, then panic starts setting in after like a month. Then you're like, I need to find a job. Like, I need to find a job, because I don't have any money. I don't have no paychecks. See, you have that last paycheck, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't even gotten my last paycheck yet, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I haven't got my last paycheck yet. So, yeah. Sorry. I mean, but that's just, and you're just like, bet. I'm just gonna chill all day. I'm gonna sleep in, chill all day, drive around, do what I want to do, be out during the weekdays, and just live my best life being free for a while. I've talked about this in my other video. It's so freeing being unemployed. It's so freeing until you run out of money. But the real the real thing is to just be self-employed. The real thing is to just make your own money and have your own time on your hands, you know? And I remember complaining about that because I was working so much and I just been so burnt out from working. And I was just like, I need some time off. Like, even just one day off that I had last week. I took a day off last week because I had a important thing to do with my mom. That was just that breathed so much life into me, just having one, and I still was busy. It wasn't like I was just got to sleep in. I've had the flu and still had to work. I just now recovered from back-to-back sickness last week, and I still, thankfully, I mean, I work from home, so that makes it easier, but I'm just saying, I still showed up for work with the flu. You know what I'm saying? I never took off for the flu. I never took off for anything. I showed up. So, because of that reason, I am a little burnt out, and I would like to have a little bit of a break, you know? And I look forward to that. I look forward to that next week. I think it's going to be nice and sunny, and the weather's going to be great. And I would love to just sit at the park and be on my iPad and just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do whatever. Now, when it comes to spending money, obviously I need to take a step back with that. Obviously I need to take a step back with going shopping and all those things. But that's really not going to be an issue because, like, I don't really need anything anymore. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't need anything anymore. It would really serve me not that much of a purpose to really go shopping. I just went shopping because I just could. I just was spending money, like, and that was not smart to do, if I'm being honest with you. And honestly, when you lose your job, you're supposed to have like a savings, and I don't. But you know what I do have? What I do have is other sources of income. So I do believe that you should always have multiple sources of income. Like, if you have a job, you should have side hustles. So I do have other sources of income. I work at the stadium, so I can pick up shifts at the stadium. If it was that serious, I could go to my stadium, like to my schedule, and just schedule up the whole week. You know what I'm saying? I could still be working full time. I could just schedule myself all week for the stadium if I wanted to, if it was that crucial, if I had deep bills to pay, you know, if, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me, and that's how I lay my life out. While I have a job, I also make sure that I have other things, because if you don't have your job anymore, then you ain't just completely out of income. And not to mention, I have other things that I do. I have other things that I do that are like online things, like work from home. What am I trying to say? I do online things too, like UGC, focus groups, other websites I make money from. So I actually do make money outside of my job. I probably could start putting more time and energy into those things now that I'm not working, and make more money with my side hustles. So I have side hustles, and that's another reason why I'm not sitting here freaking out, because it's not like I'm not going to be making any money. I'm not going to have any money. I need to just hold. Not to mention, I did say I don't have any savings, but I have this paycheck that's coming in. I know my tax return will probably, my mom hasn't even filed my taxes yet, but that's something. I have $300 that a UGC brand deal owes, you know, I'm getting over, honestly, more than 300. It's probably going to be around $500 over there that I'm getting. I have a focus group gift card that should be coming anytime now. That's about $200. I have another one that I just did that is, how much was that? $150. So another one that was $150. And other money that's coming from other websites. So I still have like over $1,000 that's coming in just various things. Oh, my stadium paycheck, I still haven't paid that. I still haven't spent that yet. So that too. I have like probably around $2,000 worth of other side hustle things, or just other sources, other things that are coming to me. So when I say that I lost my job, although I love this job and it gives me a lot of stability, I'm not just in a horrible situation. I'm not in a place where I'm about to lose things, and you know what I'm saying? But that is all by design. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person that works a job and just all is good. I always plan for the worst. So I'm like, if I ever lose my job, let me make sure I have this, and that. Well, I made sure, you know what I'm saying? So some people, some of my coworkers even, I'm sure they called them and they're probably freaking out. They probably have bills to pay and this and that, and they probably don't have any side hustles. They probably are genuinely worried about what's gonna come next. But over here, when you take care of yourself anyway, we know when you plan for the worst anyway, you're not freaking out. I bought this car. This is a cash car. I'm not paying any car notes on it. The only thing I pay on this car is my car insurance, and it's only about $100 a month. That's doable considering the fact that I have side hustles that generate like money. I ain't gonna say how much, but I have side hustles that generate money. So paying my car insurance is not going to be a issue. Is my phone gonna get hot? I guess not. I guess it's not bad. That's just the way I operate. Like I'm not gonna go into a deep depression. I'm not gonna crash out. I'm not going to, you know, like I'm not going to spiral into something bad. Like I always think about, like, if something is taken from you, you know, what other things do I have? I have cash stored away, emergency cash. Like, if all else, I have nothing else, I do have emergency cash. I have backups of backups of backups, you guys. Like, this is really not, you know. But yes, my full-time job was my biggest source of income, and it was my stability, and it was important to me. But I'll be okay. I really will. You know, I look forward to having time, a little bit of a break. Now I want to have another job, but even if it takes a month to get another job, you know what I'm saying? I remember when I got this job back in September or something, August. I got it back at the end of July. Actually, I got hired at the end of July, and I didn't start work until like September the 1st. So even after I got hired, it took like a month for me to actually start training and stuff. And, you know, it's so dumb to me how I went through all of that. I know that company in and out, or at least I know my job in and out, just for us to not have work anymore, and then like go to another job and have to train for something else all over again and blah blah blah, whatever. Then I think that if you have a good relationship with that company, they might hire you back, you know, because they do that thing. They do what they do every year. So since you're already trained and you know the work, they can hire you back. So all of that is taken into consideration, and I would love to return when the time comes. If like September comes around and they want to hire me back, unless I'm doing something better with my life, don't get me wrong, unless I'm doing something better, then I would love to come back. I wouldn't refuse that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and thankfully I don't really just like have like any bills to pay, like rent and stuff like that. I do want to move out this year, but you know, and this does make it complicated, because that's when I really think about stuff like that. I'm trying to make like actual moves, and this is not helping when it comes to that, but we're just gonna have to cross that bridge when we get there. At least I'm not worried about like, how am I gonna pay rent, like, because I already moved or something, you know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't want to just move like immediately, you guys. Like, even that, like I was kind of strategic about it, because I'm like, if I move now and I don't know when my assignment is over, then I'm gonna be sitting. If I had rent to pay, then I probably would be like, what am I gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? If I had rent to pay, but I don't, so I'm chilling, honestly. And I'll probably have time to finally do some of the things that I've never been able to do. I can finally like get back into day trading. I can work on a business, like an actual, like I can work on my YouTube business again. I can work on my Sims 4 projects, like things I just never have the time and energy for. I could do. Now I don't know what the future holds. That's why I'm like, my recruiter could contact me on Monday and say, we have another job for you, you're hired. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that I'm excited to have a break, and I may get hired for something else like immediately, or it could take like a month or two. I don't know. And we have a trip coming up for Disney World, and that makes me nervous as well, because that's in the end of April, and it's like 2 months without a job is kind of crazy. But at the same time, like if I were to get another job like right now, I would be so nervous to ask for April off, even though I feel that you are owed time off, even if you're not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not getting paid, you should be owed time off if you really needed to take off. You know, I know that's a part of benefits, and I know like kids too is back here. I finally have time to go to the car wash. Like, it's just crazy. Like, so yeah, I have this Macy's box of perfumes, and like I'm thinking I might wait till the end of March to open all of my free things that I get. I get free stuff all the time, and I've thought about like showing you guys in a video. So maybe I won't open this now. Maybe I'll save it till the end of March. It's gonna be so hard for me to not open that, but yeah, obviously the big shopping trips that I do is going to be paused. It was going to be paused anyway. You know, you can see how God works, because I was already like making changes with the way I was going to start moving and the way I was going to start spending my money. I already told myself I'm going to stop spending and going shopping so much, because there's nothing that I really need that deep. I don't really need clothes, shoes, things like that. I really don't. And if I do, I can wait on that. But we will see. Take each day as it goes. Do what I can. I have a performance at church tomorrow, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then it's good to know that on Monday I don't have to return to work, I guess. You know, I can just kind of. And even today, like, we had a little tea party at church for a women's thing. We had like an actual tea party, and we had to dress elegant and stuff. And that food filled me up so well that I don't even need to go and get more food. My mom's like, oh, I'm gonna get me something to eat. I'm like, that filled me up. That was my meal. That was my entire meal for the day. I may allow myself to get some ice cream, because sometimes I get ice cream, but I don't know. But if you thought this was gonna be a video where like I lost my job and I'm gonna be sitting here crying about it or crashing out about it, it's really not, because I'm really just not that type of person, and I'm also just not in that kind of place in my life. Like, you gotta protect yourself. Having a job is not job security. Like, you have to protect yourself in so many ways. I don't have a car note. I have side hustles. Like, my recruiter can give me another job. Like, I have so many backup things that I work at the stadium, so that's another legitimate job. And if I needed to actually make, you know, there's just, you get what I'm saying? You've got to have backups in place. You never can just work a job and just be like, you know, because stuff like that happens, you lose your job, and then you're freaking out, you're crashing out, blah 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 blah, and then you're like, guess what, guys, I'm finna do YouTube full time, I'm finna start grinding with videos and blah 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 blah, and then like that doesn't work out either. By the way, I do have time to finally like upload a lot of these videos that I've been filming and never had the time or the chance to actually upload them. So you'll see an influx of videos either before this video or after this video, but just know that this video came last or whatever. This video was filmed March 1st, but some of these other videos were filmed back in February, and I do want to put them out because they're good videos that I like or whatever. And then yeah, so I don't know if this one's gonna come first just so it can come out, but we'll see. Anyway guys, I'm finna do me. It's Saturday, so I don't have the kids today. I'm chilling, so that's that. I may even try to look at a house. We'll see.